Well, this is John Black, JBSC. Uh, okay. Uh, Starting a new channel. I'm using the same. So I was going to start a channel called Public Press, which I did, and I was going to be a reporter and mainly do government stuff, though, government corruption and the police, and do some what do you call it, First Amendment auditing. And as you know, I need a heart transplant now, and they won't give me the heart. Got a lot of health whatever's. So I'm going to put that off, but I'm going to start posting videos. I've actually already started doing that on that same channel, Public Press, and I'll put a link in the description below. But if you want to go check it out, now the videos are going to be, because it wasn't going to be about me doing the journalism and the First Amendment auditing. Now it's going to be about basically my life, man. I've had mostly 99% of my life has been boring, but the other percent, it's been crazy as hell. I mean, most people haven't done or seen or lived my life. You know what I mean? I've been in jail a lot of times. I've been in the nut house a lot of times. I've been a criminal a lot of times in my life. I've been homeless. I've been rich. Not often, but I have been rich at times. You know what I mean? And the other thing about my life that I'll be talking about is my health, obviously. Giving you updates on what's going on with that. And the other thing is, the main thing is about, well, not the main thing, but it's about my religion. I'm a Pastafarian. I'm going to tell you what a Pastafarian is. A lot of people don't know what it is and what they believe in. Well, I'm here to tell you what they believe in. So I'm not just going to preach, my religion. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the two main religions in this country. And I'm in the United States. So. The woke religion, which is basically the Democrats, and the Christian religion, which is basically the Republicans. I'm a Pastafarian, so I would be just normal. I wouldn't be left of normal, and I wouldn't be right of normal. I would just be normal. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be a Democrat or a Republican. I'm just normal. And I'm going to go over. First of all, I'm going to go over these 7 specific things around. I don't know how many are here. I'll read the list. The climate change, the Green Deal, genderism, slavery, racism, race, BLM, the WEF, what's critical race theory, and the Ukraine war. And, sporadically go back and forth or whatever. Like I said, I've already started some videos, and I did the climate change already. I'm already done with that. And believe it or not, it took me like 14 videos. And I only gave half of the information that I gave. And not only did I give you charts and graphs and data, I told you where to find the graphs and data. Who gave me these graphs? Who gave me these data? I tell you that, all of it. And here's the thing I'm gonna basically try to do these videos where I only do one thing on a video at a time. I didn't think about that until now, but you'll see I did videos about me or my religion or whatever, and 1, 2, these are the videos that I did. Wait, where's it at? And you can see 16. Wait a second. Oh, I got it. Wait a second. You can see on part 2, part 16, that it's half and half, meaning you might have to skip through it a little bit to get to where it's part about me. Some of it's about the climate change. I know I have say green here, but the other videos are about climate change. You can see again, 2 and 16, has a little bit about me on there. I should have just kept the videos just about one thing. But anyways, and then 3. So there's the climate change is video 2, 3, all the way up to 15, and then half of 16. So if you want to just watch the Green Deal, or if you just want to listen about me or whatever, you can, you know, and then I'll put, you know, you have a playlist on a channel, right? So I'm going to make a playlist, you know, says climate change, and put all those videos in there. All the, you know, maybe one about me, you know, and you can go to that one about me, or you can go, one will be about labeled race, and it'll just, you know what I mean? So you can, in case you don't want to, because I mean, that is a lot of videos, okay, on the climate change. But really, the last 3 videos, or maybe 4, are really the only ones you need to watch. The first 10 or 12 are just literally me showing you how the climate crazy people lie and manipulate the data. And you'll see, the first example I give you, you'll be like, whoa, man. And you can go look on the computer, pull up that graph, and you'll see how that I was telling the truth about how they manipulated it. And then I just do that. I do graph after graph after graph. You know what I mean? To show that they lied. And I also tell you how to get that chart, so you don't just take my word for it. Google it. Google that chart. See who made that chart, and then you'll know that it's a reputable chart. And you'll see they're just all lying. The climate change. And I'm going to give you a couple. You know, it may sound like it's going to be really bland about the politics, because I'm going to go over, after I get done with these 7 things I want to talk about, I'm going to just do current events, you know what I mean? Something happens in the news, I'll give you the woke perspective, the Christian perspective, and the Pastafarian perspective, okay? You decide who's the better religion, or who's the better ideology. Oh, jeez. So let me give you a couple examples or whatever of why I say it's not that bland or whatever. Learning about this stuff. First of all, the Green Deal stuff, the climate change stuff, they're going to bankrupt our country doing this, because they want to make money, man. Let me tell you. And let me tell you just a couple facts about global warming or whatever. 95% of the time in the last 600 million years, okay, 95% of the time, it has been hotter than it is today. 95% of the time out of the entire 600 million years in the past. 95%. And they're worried about us going up 1 degree. And there's going to be this chain reaction, because there's so much CO2. If we keep putting CO2 does not is not a green gas. No molecule is a greenhouse gas unless it's in multiple, you know, it's in abundance in the atmosphere. You can't just have an atmosphere and then throw in 1 molecule of CO2 and it just sets the planet on fire. That's ludicrous, okay? And if you have 0.0 of a gas in the atmosphere, then it has no effect on greenhouse effects. None, okay? And what do we have? How much CO2 do we have in our atmosphere? We have 0.04. Well, let me tell you something. 0.0 and 0.04 is still 0, okay? I mean, I can see if you had, we were talking about 5-10%, you know, the atmosphere being carbon dioxide, but it's not. It's 0. How much carbon dioxide is in the atmosphere? Less than 0.0, basically. And it's 0.04, for God's sakes. What's wrong with people? But the other thing is that we have been in an ice age, because people don't understand, an ice age doesn't mean the whole planet froze over. It just means the polar caps have ice on it during the summer. We have been in a ice age for the past 50 million years. We've been in an ice age, and they're worried about us going up. We're still in the ice age. We have been, and what's funny is is we're just coming out of this ice age, because an ice age goes up and up and down, up and down, up and down. And the last down part of this ice age was called the Little Ice Age, and that is the coldest ice age in the last 600 million years. And that just happened like the last 10,000 years. And we're still in it, but we're coming out of it. You know, we're warming up a little bit, so we're coming. But I mean, you're still in the ice age. You know what I mean? You're actually right in the middle of being in coldest ice age in the last 600 million years, and having the planet being at room temperatures, where being out of the ice age. You know, because if we go 11 degrees higher, we'll be out of the ice age. If we go 11 degrees lower, we'll be as cold as it's been it's colder than it's been in the last 600 million years. Okay. Now CO2, we are at the lowest point of CO2 in the last 600 million years. 600 million years. I'm going to show you a chart here or whatever. Hopefully I can put this in here. Okay. Okay. See, the green is the carbon dioxide, and the red is the temperature. And look at the CO2. It is steadily, for 600 million years, it has steadily gone down and down and down. And now we are at this point right here, right? Wait. And you can see where the green has gone down to. That dotted line is actually where plants start to die. In the last couple million years, it's steadily gone down, and then all of a sudden it started to flatten out for the last couple million years. If some kind of animal evolves where it takes carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, we will die. Once all the plants die, we die. We need to make CO2. We're going to die. I mean, we're not going to die. It's going to stay steady, because nothing's probably going to take CO2 out of the air. But if we dump CO2 into the air, that's good. We need CO2, okay? Our plants need 1,200 parts per million, and we only have we're at 400 parts per million. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That means that plants are only getting 1/3 of the CO2 that they want. They are actually, right now, this second, are suffocating because they don't have... How would you like it if I put you in a room and, the optimal amount of O2 is in there, and I take it down to 1/3 of what you should have? Would you like it? Would you want to live that way? That's the same way with the Earth's temperature right now is at 57 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? That's like almost refrigerator temperature. What nut job in their right mind thinks that, if you go to a 3-year-old and you say, hey man, room temperature is 68 degrees, and if it gets too hot or too cold, 2 above that or 2 below that, you die. What do you think you want in a refrigerator is at, 35 to 45 degrees. What do you, how much what do you think that you'd want the Earth to be at? What temperature? I guarantee you every not 3-year-old, but every, say 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10, I guarantee you every one of them will say, I want the planet to be room temperature, obviously. But if you ask an adult, they say it's at 57 degrees right now, almost a refrigerator. And we're going to worry if it comes up one degree. And the last thing I wanted to say is, hey, if there's some kind of chain reaction, like we put too much CO2 in the air, there's going to be a chain reaction, it gets so hot. Well, look at this, okay? Look at this. It was at 6,000 parts per million and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And look, the temperature went down and the CO2 went down. No chain reaction happened. None. And yet we're way down here, way down here, way down here. And the temperature is way down here. And we're worried that there's going to be a chain reaction. There was no chain reaction
Right here where it was, right here where it was 6,000 parts per million. Come on.